Well, here we are back with another ultra thin case for the Fold 7, and this is one I've been waiting for. Let's check it out. What's up guys, welcome back to Michael's Tech Talk. So here we are with the Pitaka ultra slim case for the Z Fold 7. So been waiting a while for this to come in, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, so let's get stuck right in. Unboxing then, so we're all cardboard, and here we are. We've got kick things off, make sure your phone's unlocked, NFC scan is turned on, scan the area, show your case, enter the serial number, you just scored your ticket. Very good. So then we just got some instructions about installing the case and removing the case. Pretty straightforward. And here we are. So this is the black grey Aramid Fiber, and yes, Pitaka are one of the OGs, I would say, when it comes to Aramid Fiber cases. I mean, they're always one of the ones that spring to mind when you think Aramid Fiber, you think Pitaka. So yeah, this is cool. Although one thing I will say, and I kind of have mixed feelings about this. This is just a back case. I don't know how I feel about that, because I'm just not sure about leaving the whole front of a phone with absolutely no protection. It's a bit scary. So yeah, but there it is. Lovely 600D. It's that black grey. And then on the side there, we have Pitaka's branding has moved up into this top corner, which is different. But then the rest of it is just plain, and it is sleek. And we have our metal camera guard here as well. And then of course we do have our sticky tab. And one thing I will say, and it's not just Pitaka I'm calling out for this, I'm calling out all brands which are making cases. See, when you're making cases for the Z Fold 7, right, or any other foldable, see these sticky tabs? Now, you aren't sending spare sticky tabs in the boxes, and that's a problem for me, because yes, now a lot of people will only go out and buy one case and that will do them. I'm not that guy, right? I buy lots of cases, I buy lots of accessories, I like to change things, I like to switch it up. I don't like the thought of having just one sticky pad and then you're done, you know? Now, I know a lot of these sticky pads can be used a couple of times and things like that there, but sometimes now when you go to peel this off, sometimes it can take parts of the pad with it, and then you're left with little to no adhesion. So I would like to see extra sticky pads in the boxes, please. Thank you very much. But I digress. So let's just pop this on the scale, get it weighed. 21 grams. Ooh, Pitaka, you said it was 22 grams on the front of your box. Ooh. Let's turn it around. Still 21 grams. There you go. It's even lighter. And if we just peel this off like so, and we just pop this on the Fold 7, voila. I will say you can try and rock this without that sticky tab, but you would be absolutely crazy because it's just going to fall off. So there's not much of a click on that. So yeah, you really need that sticky pad to keep that in place. But there we go, there's that lovely 600D. Straight off the bat you can tell it is an absolute fingerprint magnet. Smooth surfaces, whether it's clear, whether it's Aramid Fiber, whether it's name your smooth surface, it's going to get fingerprints. You can't get away from that. Sadly, that is the case with this, but it is so nice. And again, just keep a cloth, you'll be fine. It's all good. And if you don't have a microfiber cloth, what are you doing with your life? Come on now. And you know what? I'll leave you a link in the description down below for a microfiber cloth, and then you can just keep everything clean. You know yourself. If we just get a look then, so the buttons have a very minimal cutout, so you can access them no problem. So if I just reach round and try my fingerprint reader, I can get at it no problem. I can access those volume buttons there, no problem at all. That's really good. The top then, we have our cutouts for our camera microphones, which is fine. And then on the bottom, we have our microphone cutout on the bottom, and then we have our USB-C cutout there as well. The speaker is on the display part of the Fold, so no protection for that. And then on the back, hinge is exposed, and it is just that ultra thin experience. So if you want this, this is for the ultra thin minimalist who doesn't want bulk, wants lightness, wants to have a nearly caseless experience but still a little bit of protection. That's what this is for. So fitment then, I can't really test too much in the way of fitment because it is stuck down at that far end, but it is tight there at the corners. You can actually hear that clicking. Even when I go take it off, you hear that snapping back into place. So that's good to see, and that's exactly what you want. You don't want this to come off, you don't want this to be flimsy. So even if I sort of, I'm so scared to break this phone. So scared. It's not coming off. That's what you want to see. And then of course there is no screen protection because the front of it is completely exposed, so we don't have to check screen lips or anything like that. But if we do flip it round and we check out that camera guard then, so the camera lenses do not protrude out of this camera bump. This is metal, it does come up. The camera bump is pretty big because the camera array is pretty big. So yeah, it does cover those lenses. So if you set that down flat, it is gonna lift those lenses up off your surface. That's what you want. So how does it feel? The 600D Aramid Fiber, it feels good, it feels smooth. Yes, like I mentioned, it's gonna get fingerprinty. It's the name of the game, unfortunately. But it does look sleek. And then we do still have a bit of blue coming through on the camera guard there, which is pretty good. I do like that. It is Magsafe compatible, so we can do a Magsafe test. So, disclaimer, if you have not stuck down your case, do not attempt a Magsafe strength test at home because you're crazy. So, but I have done it. We should be okay. Please. And if we just take a look, the circular Magsafe accessory just about cuts off where the camera bump is there. So we've got a good bit of coverage there. And if we just quickly grab a squared off accessory like this mag wallet, if we pop that on, yeah, you are going to get a little bit of an issue with a squared off accessory. It's just not really going to go on right, but that's a Samsung problem, I'm afraid. They insist on these big massive camera arrays. What are you going to do? Just for completeness then, if I just check a couple of these Magsafe batteries. So this is the Anchor 10K, so this is a very big battery pack, and that is going to give you some issues with that camera bump because it's just massive. But if we do take a smaller battery pack like this little Anchor 5000 milliamp, that's just about fitting on there and no more. So yeah, and I know, absolute sacrilege, but I've got the Apple Magsafe battery pack here as well, and if we just stick that on, yeah, the fitment isn't, it's not the best. So if you do use squared off accessories with this phone, it's gonna suck. Magsafe strength, so let's check out these magnets. Pitaka magnets have always been pretty good. Let's check these out. I am heart scared of doing this because there's nothing on the front of this phone, so I might be crying very soon. Let's hope not. Yep, well, that's really good. This phone's gonna be a death of me, you know. So the magnets are good. It does take a good few shakes for that to come loose. Whew. So rest assured, if you're going to have it in your car, it's not going to fall off your mount. If you're just sitting there, or if you're on your desk and you put it on, it's not going to fall off. See, if I just give that a shake, it's not going to fall off. And if we lift it by the phone, this stand weighs over 200 grams, so it's taking the full weight. So the magnets, ooh, that was a big swing. So the magnets aren't awful, and I just think this stand is actually touching that camera guard a little bit, and I think that's just breaking the magnet strength there. Again, Samsung. Ugh, you need to ditch these cameras, man. It's not good for Magsafe. I don't like it. And then if we just take our charging cable, we'll plug it into our stand. We'll just check out the Magsafe charging. There we go, fast wireless charging coming through. So we're getting full G2 charging speeds there. That's what you want to see. That's perfect. At least we know that it's not going to be slow, or the magnets aren't maybe lining up with the charging coil. It looks to be lining up there pretty good. So that's what you want to see. What is my final thoughts on the Pitaka? Now, I love Pitaka cases and I love Aramid Fiber, right? So I love that there's so many variants of Aramid Fiber out there, and back in the day you didn't really get the choice that you get now, and I welcome that. I'm not a fan of just half a case, and let's call a spade a spade. That is what this is. This is half a case. I'm not the biggest fan of leaving half of this exposed. It just makes me really anxious. Even though a really ultra thin case isn't going to give you a massive amount of protection, at least I know the frame's covered. You know, if that makes sense. If something accidents happen, it falls out your hand, you drop it during a Magsafe test, I at least want to know that I've got that little bit of coverage over that frame at the very bare minimum. And it makes me a bit anxious, to be honest. I can't doubt the quality of the case. The case is top quality and it is really well made, and I cannot fault that side of it. I'm not a fan of having half the device exposed. That's just me. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm keen to know what you guys think. Do you prefer just the back to be covered? Do you prefer all to be covered? Let me know in the comments down below. If you are interested in picking this up, I will leave you an affiliate link in the description down below. Affiliate links help support the channel, but they don't cost you guys any more money. So if you do pick up using one of my links, thanks for your support. It helps, keeps the lights on, helps me make more videos like this for you guys. So thank you very much for your support. So this is the second Aramid Fiber case I have reviewed for the Fold 7, but it will not be the last. So stay tuned, because the thin-borne case is coming next and I'm really looking forward to it. So stay tuned for that coming. And of course, I have some speaking cases coming as well. And if there is anything else that you want to see for the Z Fold 7, let me know in the comments down below and I'll make it happen. And that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash that like button for me. Don't forget to click that subscribe and ring that little bell to be notified of new videos just like this one. And you know what? YouTube thinks that you should maybe check out this video right here. If you want to see some more Z Fold 7 content, you should click right here.